Hi everyone, you have reached Chronicles of the Gray Hair Diva. If this is your first time, welcome. If not, welcome back. For all of you out there, hit that subscribe button and the notification bell so that every time I upload a video, you will be notified. Hit the like button, chat with me in the comments, and when I get an opportunity, I will chat back. And share my video with your friends and family so that they can come to my channel and get to know me also. I'm here today with a quick video on Real Housewives of Salt Lake City. Mary Cosby decided not to show up for the reunion. This is only the second season and she decided to bail out. And bailing out is costing her half her paycheck. So what happens with the Real Housewives, all of them, franchise, the ladies get paid half of their money before filming starts. They get the other half once the reunion is taped. First of all, Bravo is straight pimping. Okay, it's nice that they give them half the money up front, but if I don't show up for the reunion, I forfeit my other half. Whoa, that's a bit much. I don't think the reunion should be worth 50% of their paycheck. At best, because we the fans like to see the reunions and the resolution or non-resolution that comes about as a result of the unions, at best the reunion should be 25%. But if I worked all season and I happen to miss the reunion, y'all gonna pump me and pimp me and take 50% of my paycheck? Nah, bro, how about 25%? That's insanity. But Mary Cosby is forfeiting 50% of her paycheck by not showing up for the reunion. Now, like I said, if it was me, y'all can come for me, y'all can drag me, y'all can do whatever you want, but I'm showing up for that reunion. There is no way I would give up 50% of my paycheck. Now, would I come back the next season would be debatable. But would I show up for that reunion? 100% yes. Because it can't be no worse than whatever y'all was doing to me during the season. And I really believe that that is the reason why Erica Jane showed up for that reunion. Because I really thought after she was dragged for filth a little bit, not a lot, during this season, and all the backlash she kind of got from the fans, I was like, she's not coming to that reunion. And Andy was promising to bring it. Well, she showed up, because if she didn't, she would have left 50% of her money on the table. So I don't blame her. I would have showed up also. But Mary Cosby is not the only person that never showed up for a reunion. Let me just take you to this article from U.S. News, okay, and it talks about all the people that never showed up for the reunion or did not show up for the reunion. So the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills, Adrienne. Do you remember when Adrienne was on there? She was one of the first housewives to be a no-show at the reunion taping. But she is definitely not the last, okay? So Adrienne opted not to film the sit-down special for with her co-stars in 2013. Remember Brandy? Brandy was a whole hot mess. So Brandy was just being on Adrienne that whole season about how her three sons that Adrienne did not give birth to them, that she had a surrogate. And so during the season, Bravo bleeped the word surrogate in more details of the situation because Adrienne threatened legal action. Now, on that note, I don't blame Adrienne, and I'm gonna tell you why. Because maybe her sons had no idea that they was born via a surrogate. And I think no matter how much you need a storyline or you want a storyline on these Real Housewives shows, I think there is some incidents where you should say, you know what, no matter how bad it gets, no matter how bad I need a storyline, there is no way I'm going to go gutter low. And I think when you want to talk about the kids, you're going gutter low. And so there's this movie, Scarface, that I absolutely love. And Al Pacino played the main character, Scarface. Now listen, they were gangsters, they were drug dealers, they was down, dirty, and just low, and they would take somebody out at the drop of the dime. Scarface got a message that he needed to put a hit on this one of these his rival drug dealers. And so he went with his boys. They put a bomb under the car, and they was ordered to take the man out. When he saw the man get in the car with his wife and his children, he was like, don't do it. He stopped his guys from pulling the plug, okay? He said, no woman, no children. And I think that these housewives need to adopt a theory of no children. We're not going to mess with, touch, talk about, or say anything mean about the kids. Now, granted, in the movie Scarface, that decision for him not to do it, it came back to bite him in the butt. But that's a movie. This is real life we're talking about. Do not talk about someone's kids. Don't go that low. And I'm going to add something to it. Don't talk about anybody's mother. So anyway, Adrienne opted not to go for that particular reason. Now, Adrienne did say in this article that in hindsight, she wished she would have went and just faced the music, because again, she forfeited half of her paycheck. She said, when I look back on it, she said, I do regret not going. But, sometimes your first decision is your best decision. And although she may be looking in hindsight saying, I shouldn't have done that, I really do think because, it was not the right time, for her to be in the midst of trying to, calm her mind down and figure it out. It probably was best she didn't go. So now Lisa Vanderpump joins the list of housewives that skipped the reunion. So Lisa Vanderpump pulled out a season 9's reunion because a puppy gate. So Lisa that season was being accused by mostly all of the staff of or her co-stars of leaking stories to the blogs about Dorit giving his puppy back and all that craziness. Lisa, it got to the point so bad how they were just all gaining up against Lisa that she ended up stopped filming mid-season, and she refused to come, to the reunion. Now, let me see. She said, let me just wait. I want to get to the part where she talked about how she left. Okay. Her half her paycheck on the table. So Lisa forfeited a big part of her paycheck with the decision. Lisa only gets half of her pay for the season if she doesn't go to the reunion, but she still chose not to go. The women get half of their pay before shooting starts and the other half at the reunion. So Lisa lost money. And Lisa was definitely one of the highest paid housewives on the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills at the time. And they probably just really picked on her because of that too. But she also admitted on her Twitter that year, she said, I lost a lot of money, but it wasn't worth it to her. So she didn't care about losing the money. She just didn't want to go through facing the music and the people being so mean to her, okay? So after 2 seasons, and we talked about this already, Mary Cosby joins that list of housewives that decided, not to attend a reunion. And they said, during the season, she was accused of racism. And so she didn't go to the January 2022 taping. I don't know what it's going to be like without her, but I will be tuned in. So another person that did not go to the reunion was Jacqueline from the Real Housewives of New Jersey. She was a no-show to the reunion season 3. So they also talked about this in that book, Not All Diamonds and Rose. And that book is all about the housewives, about this particular issue here when Jacqueline didn't attend. So Jacqueline, season 3 of the Real Housewives of New Jersey was a huge, successful season for them. It was so huge that the Bravo decided for the first time ever to kind of back-to-back film, in one season and start filming the next. So they did that. So they started filming season 4 of the Real Housewives of New Jersey before they even filmed the reunion for season 3. But what happened was it ended up biting them in the butt because in season 4, there was so much contention and fights going on that it impacted how people felt sitting down for the reunion for season 3. So Jacqueline was so pissed about everything that was going on in season 4. She did not want to go to the reunion for season 3, and that's why she wasn't there. And they decided at that point they would never film seasons back to back for that particular reason, or they at least would not start filming the next season until they have at least filmed the reunion for the previous season. And I think that's what they did with Beverly Hills this year. So Beverly Hills did so well this past season. They started filming the next season literally soon after they filmed the reunion. But they never start any season anymore without filming the reunion from the previous season first, because of this debacle that happened with Jacqueline and the Real Housewives of New Jersey. But again, Jacqueline was another one that left money on the table. Now, Kim Richards is another one that she kind of didn't miss the reunion, but they filmed like a separate thing with her, because at that time she was struggling, with alcohol addiction, and Bravo actually paid for her rehab. So Kim Richards, the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills alum, did a separate interview with Cohen for season 2 reunion amid her struggles with substance abuse in 2012. When it was clear that it was a real problem, they wanted to be responsible, and they didn't want, her to be at the reunion and just make matters worse for her and maybe make her fall into drinking even heavier. So that's when they decided, they said we consider her family and wanted to work with her to get better. So they paid for her rehab, did a separate interview. And so she wasn't at the reunion, but she did return for season 3. Okay. So Luann Lesseps is another one. The Real Housewives of New York star wasn't present for season 10 reunion in 2018. She had to check into treatment for alcoholism. Bravo supports Luann's decision to focus on her health. The network said in a statement at the time, she is part of the Bravo family, and we will continue to stand by her as she copes with the challenging situation. At this time, we hope everyone will respect her privacy. So, of course, I believe something like that, they get it and they understand, you're not well. But I do wonder, even though you're not well, I wonder if they go ahead and give you your whole paycheck, because the circumstance is different. It's not like you're saying, I just refuse to come. You're kind of dealing with a medical emergency, I guess, for lack of a better word. So listen, guys, thanks for watching. And let me know in the comments. Chat with me in the comments. Would you skip the reunion if you was a Real Housewives of any given franchise and your season was horrible for you? They came for you. They kept pressuring you and asking you crazy questions, and you knew if you went to the reunion, it was going to be focused on you and just trying to tear you down and rip you down. Would you leave half of your paycheck on the table and not go? Or would you go because you want the other half of your paycheck that you already worked so hard for? Chat with me in the comments. Let me know your thoughts. Don't forget to hit the like button, and I'll see you in the next video.